Hello everyone and welcome back to another supplemental episode here on Thomas and Friends Home Media Reviews. This time around we'll be taking a look at Percy Takes the Plunge, which is basically just Daisy on DVD. Now I know what you're thinking, Lego Lover, why didn't you title this Daisy on DVD? This supplemental is just called Percy Takes the Plunge. Why is this a supplemental? Shouldn't this have its own episode? Well, you see, fanboy, this is essentially just Daisy on DVD, as stated previously. But I can't call it that because this isn't Daisy. This is Percy Takes the Plunge. But this is a supplemental to the Daisy HMR that was back in 2015, I believe. I think Daisy was like episode, 11 or 12, maybe 13 of this series? Hell, maybe it was 9, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's the reason why I can't call this Daisy on DVD, because technically it's not. This is sorta, kinda brand new. I just felt that needed to be stated here, so that people didn't go nuts in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong, or something like that. So anyway, let's stop the rambling, let's go ahead and take a look at the release itself. We have some pretty nice poster art here, actually, with Percy Takes the Plunge, with that weird font and such, with Plunge. It kind of looks like that Plunge is in like quotation marks or something. I'm not sure why. I'm also not sure why Percy's smiling as he's being shunted into the water here. Shouldn't he be like terrified? Like he's like, oh my gosh, the trucks are gonna like kill me or something. Because I'm pretty sure that engines need to breathe. Do they? I'm not sure. On the side, got our hit logo, as always. Scrolling down here, Percy Takes the Plunge. We got a portrait of cartoon Thomas. He has his own portrait here. He's moved up in the world, I suppose. And distributed by Lionsgate. That means that this is a reprint. This is not an original print. So yeah, this is a reprint. This was probably released in like 2009 whenever Lionsgate got the rights to put out the Thomas and Friends media stuff, because Lionsgate started off with, Hero of the Rails and stuff. And this was actually originally released in 2008, so I believe that's when, like, there might be a 20th Century Fox version of this roaming around somewhere out there. Either that or Anchor Bay, because I'm pretty sure Anchor Bay lost the rights completely in 2008, because, last supplemental we had Trust Thomas, and that was still Anchor Bay, even though that was 2007, but the new stuff was being put out by 20th Century Fox. It's a weird jumble of stuff. So anyway, we got Percy Takes the Plunge up there. We got our blurb. Snapshot from Percy Takes the Plunge. What's this new series Snapshot doing here? I'm pretty sure that's like Season 6, Season 7, 8 Thomas there. On the side here, we've also got the DVD features, 7 fun-filled stories, a sing-along song, and Sodor memories. Pop sucker open. We got that cheap plastic, the big recyclable logo there. I absolutely despise this plastic. And we've got our disc, Percy Takes the Plunge. And interestingly, it's the Anchor Bay disc. So yeah, this confirms this is from 2008, or at least the disc is, because it's still got the Anchor Bay logo on it. But as always, it's just a squished up version of the poster art. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and transition into our menu tour of Percy Takes the Plunge. Alrighty everyone, here we are for the Percy Takes the Plunge menu tour. Before we get started, I just want to say I apologize if I sound a little deeper than normal. My allergies have been just acting up as of recently, and the reason I sound different here than I did on the close-up is because, well, I film the close-ups and menu tours on separate days, because they're just so easy to do, especially for supplementals. So I apologize for that. I can't really do much about it. Here we are at the menu for Percy Takes the Plunge. There is no dialogue from Sir Topham over here. It's basically just the new series theme after Percy pulls up. So we've got our options on our signal here, like always. So let's go ahead and transition into the Pick a Story section. We have Daisy, we have Percy's predicament, whistles and sneezes, saved from scrap, a new friend for Thomas, tender engines, and Percy Takes the Plunge. Interestingly, this is in the same menu style as the early years was, because if you remember on the early years, Disc 1 and Disc 2, they had a lot of circles here for like stories 1 through 4, 5 through like 8 and a couple others, and it went up to like 14 stories or something like that. I just found that interesting how it's the exact same menu as the earlier years was. So let's take a look at Sodor Memories.
Welcome to Sodor Memories, where you can learn more about all your favorite island friends. Thomas, Gordon, James, Edward, Percy, and Henry all want to share with you their favorite memories on the island of Sodor. Each engine will tell you about a time they'll never forget. A time when they were very useful, and because no engine is perfect, a time when they were not so useful.
Okay, so speaking of the early years, we saw this exact same thing on the third disc in the early years box set. That's interesting how they reuse the menu style and they reuse a bonus feature. Okay, I don't really remember which characters we picked during the early years, so let's choose James, because I'm friends with Train King James. Why not?
Hi, I'm James, the most splendid engine on the island of Sodor. Don't you think my red paint shines? I've many great memories to share with you.
So let's not listen to the rest of that. So, let's do when I'm not so useful, because I always love watching when the engines screw up.
I learned a very important lesson when I first began pulling coaches. I was too rough with them, and it ended up breaking my brake pipe. Look at what they had to do to fix it. I'll never do that again.
Interesting how they choose that and don't choose when he smashed into the tar wagons. I mean, I think that would have worked better. I think that was Season 1, wasn't it? Dirty Objects? Let's take a look at I'll Never Forget.
A splendid engine like myself should pull coaches, and I'll never forget the first time Sir Topham Hatt asked me to pull the express coaches after Gordon fell ill.
I don't think it was that he fell ill. It was the fact that he got switched around the line onto the loop. So yeah, that's Sodor Memories. That's the gist of it. We're not going to take a look at anybody else because we're already stretched for time here, and I don't really like talking that much when I have a stopped up nose. So let's take a look at the sing-along song. It's Let's Have a Race, and the sneak peeks, I think it's just a bunch of trailers. Oh no, we actually get like a menu thing. We got Thomas the Tank Engine and Wow Wow Wubsy. Does anybody even remember that show? There's I think I have some like old pamphlets for it in my Henry and the Elephant case, but I'm not sure. Let's not watch that trailer. Let's take a look at what the Thomas the Tank Engine trailer is.
Hop on board and explore the island of Sodor with...
It's nothing special. It's just that standard trailer that comes on every single release, and then I'm sick and tired of hearing because I just fast forward through it. So, nothing special there. So let's go ahead and head on back to our main menu here, and that pretty much wraps up our menu tour and our supplemental on Percy Takes the Plunge. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, good night everybody.